Oh, hello, Internet. Welcome back to the Type QQ channel. As we continue on Bloodstained Curse of the Moon on our save file, Veteran, not baby mode. We're not little children in diapers. Well, we're not on any super hard mode either. Stage 7, Defiler of Taboos. And we've learned from last time, we're going to break up our videos, at least for these last two levels, into individual videos, just so the runtime doesn't get too crazy as we're drawing to the end of the game. As I hope to beat the game, to defeat the game. What am I trying to say? 12 lives here, so you'd figure, even if we come across some difficulty, that really should, give us enough, breathing room to kind of learn from our mistakes. Even if we come across some like crazy, jumping areas. I mean, that's 4 times the many. Well, I hope that's the. I hope that went to the weakest person. Can't really see with the enemy in the way. But yeah, we get like 4 times the many lives to kind of make it over a certain area, I suppose, if it comes to that. But we don't certainly know quite yet. But I'm thinking with 12 lives, the world is our oyster. The game's been more than generous to get us through. All things considered, which is particularly disappointing. My friends on the Gamebound YouTube channel, must be an armor up of some variety, maybe take less damage. They started this game as well upon my recommendation, which is very cool. Except that they went on casual mode, which is maximum scrub mode. For they don't take knockback, and it's on infinite lives. And I'm kind of like, I understand if you guys want to be, big wusses about it, and you're terrified of game difficulty or whatever. I understand. But I mean, here I am sitting at 12 lives. You're given like 4 characters that can die individually, and then 12 lives on top. So I mean, you could suck like me and still like, well, we're gonna beat this game eventually. All right. Our skeletal friend is saying we need to go up. However, doing so, hey, that worked out pretty well, all things considered. Lightning attack for Old Man Withers, certainly, like we said before, sort of ace in the hole. Really great sort of special attack to get like high to reach enemies or fast enemies or just sort of enemies that you don't necessarily know. Your hitbox, like, where do I attack this guy? Throw this off. Hits it 2 or 3 times. I would guess for a pretty decent amount of damage, and then, yeah. Worry about dodging. Worry about, defending yourself. Come on! Dracula over here, not the greatest at jumping. Despite the fact he can turn to a little bat and scurry around. Not the hardest sort of jumping challenge here. However, not really going to chance it. I think the only part of that would have been bad is if we fell into the sort of hole that leads to the bottom of the screen. That would have been instant death. And I suppose for a couple weapon points we made the smarter choice, provided that there's nothing harder or of more dire need of those weapon points later on in this level. I think real quick we're going to be switching back to the vampire to take care of this asshole above us. Holy shit. I mean, like we've said this before, where, you know, you get into some trouble if you don't necessarily take care of the enemies right there in front of you, and you try to kind of... Yeah, now it's just... Now it's gone shitty with toads and arrows and everything everywhere. We really want that. I'm not so sure if it's really worth it. Yeah, okay, so we lost it. I mean, the ice attack that Albert would have given us, Alfred, Albert, one of them, he certainly would have killed that fire golem so we can go through. But it's, you know, maybe questionable whether or not you would have wanted it over, you know, the lightning attack, which is, I think, certainly like the boss killer, you know. Oh, holy shit, we saved that somehow. And we're awarded a free man for our boldness. Alright, don't do that at home, but holy shit. It almost looked like for a moment that our vampire was hanging on the ledge of that. Just sort of quickly out of the blue, just like, oh shit, we are falling to our deaths. We need to change into bat mode. Maybe not the wisest choice of using a health thing there, but I don't think we actually, it's one of those things, is just a sort of neat surprise that we kind of ran into. There we go, killer painting again. We know how this goes. We want to kill this thing, like, damn ASAP, you know? Hey, that was a lot better than the last one we fought. Can't really argue with him getting hit 2 or 3 times. But I suppose, I mean, granted, we're weapon point 3, so, but I mean, something like the electric weapon or the lightning weapon from Albert really does probably take care of the painting pretty well. Some Muns there. Which is all just, you know, points for your extra lives, which is now at 13. So I mean, yeah. So you know, I mean, I certainly would advise anyone, you know, aside from my, you know, 11th month old son, to play on veteran for the love of God. You know, this game at least at my skill level, it treats you pretty well. You know, you know, it knocks you around, you fall in some pits, but overall, you know, it's going to give you all you need, really, you know? You know, it's going to give you 1-ups, it's going to give you, you know, 1-ups through points or throughout the level. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to get across purple there. You know, it is kind of like, okay, so maybe we used Miriam, something to do with purple, but... Yeah, that's the second time there's been a barrier that I'm just kind of like, I don't know how to break it. I don't know how to give you up. This is a tense moment for sure. For that exact moment, for that exact reason, got these god-awful fairies. Oh, now 2 of them this time. Yeah, that we knew that was going to happen. These fairies that serve no purpose other than to knock you off these moving platforms. So Zenkatsu out for the fight. And I mean, we've said it before, like multiple times, where I think there is certain... Hey, that works. I was saying there's a certain strategy of, like, have patience, sit still, take care of an enemy, and then move. You know, don't move until, you know, you've killed everything, you know, in your area, and then move on. So you're not like fighting with 3 fairies from every goddamn direction that knock you off. But you know, Gabel does kind of answer some things with his bat attack. really could use some more weapon points, to be honest, just to feel good. Sitting below half. That certainly helps out a little bit, but still. Not really knowing where we're going. We probably could certainly use... Oh, no. Oh! Alright. So it's come to this. You know, we've... you know, this is a... Could be a little tricky area in the game right here where, you know, we would want to follow our own rules of like, okay, have some patience. Sit in an area, you know, sort of defend our spot, take care of the enemies. Well, there's that too. And then progress. However, now the, you know, areas of the floor are disappearing and reappearing. So, we can't necessarily cool it in certain areas. Well, you know, as bad as it is losing a life, I guess we're back down to 12. Back down to 12. You know, still in double digits, but I mean, ultimately, I think that whole area can be fixed with Cabell. However, we're not particularly the most not having the most points here. You know, I think maybe hitting those. Oh my fuck. And you can tell of just a perfectly placed fairy up there to just be like, you know what? Just when you're thinking you're going to cheese this area, you know, you can go straight to hell. So, immediately wasting. Well, it's come to this. Immediately wasting our vampire, or I would say the best person that you think would complete this for us. And I would even say maybe even the old man who's had that fire attack, so maybe we could use Miriam with the fire attack. Yikes, 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 yikes. I mean, I wonder what we have to do, right? Other than just, well, okay. Other than just, like, absolutely sucking. You know, do we do just kind of, like, farm potions? Fairies, you know? I mean, we've gone across some, like, really nasty enemies. You know, we've slain, you know, giant dragons. Vampire ladies. You know, these are sort of electric bird guys. Fairies, though. These fairies are humbling us quite a deal. Quite a lot. Holy fuck, get the fuck. Yeah, fuck you as well. Alright, move. Holy shit. Alright, so. Easy stuff. Don't you worry. Don't you fret your precious little heart. We've got this. I mean, I wonder if we could jump over it, but we used Gabella all the same. Some good money there. And a little bit of health. Pretty decent for a little special haul over here. Yeah, the last thing we want to do is take knockback and fall off the edge of this building here, but heck, with all these green bags of money, you'd probably suspect that we're going to be picking up a free man's sometime soon as well. Well, we probably should have, yeah, I was saying we probably should have cycled through our characters to find out who really needed that health, but all the same. pretty nasty guys. I mean, we've taken some attack bonuses, and they still just kind of sit there and take the damage, so... Another killer book. Oh no, it's... Final boss time. Very reminiscent of the one that we fought on top of the building. That sort of bird character. As demons are, I'm sure. Luckily, I've been sort of in the battle to kind of know how to know when to deal the most damage at the most opportune time. You know, using Albert to use the fire ring, using Gabelle to, excuse me, using Zenketsu because he's probably the most powerful without much screw around. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. But hey, pretty easy, considering second to the last level boss. And brings us back up to 12, just like we had thought. And there we are, Dr. Wily's castle. With a nice moon there as well. Stage 8, the final level. However, coming in the final video after this one. Stay tuned, come on back. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff. We'll come back and play some more Bloodstained in the future.